Hi, welcome to Boards and Swords.
Yeah.
I'm Brian Watson-Jones.
I'm Skot Rieffer.
And you're joining us now for our review of the semifinals leading into the final match.
Yeah. Let's go to that clip.
Yes.
Yeah. Right here we got Zach Delventhal and Russell Fluellen. First off, let's talk about the Templars' kingside pawns. Right in the front there, we have Kamara Bashar in the king's pawn position, arguably the most powerful position in the board. Down the line a little ways, we have Ryan Bergmen. Now there's a guy that's got something to prove. We'll see if he can prove it.
And over on the queenside pawns, we have some very solid veterans. We've got Jacob Gulliver, who's had a very solid seasons, very reliable player, versatile in his weapon choice, and Zach Delventhal, who's very good but hard to control, so hopefully Rachel has a plan to keep him reined in.
And now we've got the Templars' rooks. Now this could be Rachel's weak point because we got Mac Demir and Ian Bryan, two very green players to the league. We'll see if it's her undoing.
Of course, we have a pair of strong players in the Knights. We have Noah Stein, the sensei, who appears to have patched his relationship with Rachel Bigelow, and Hunter Teasley, a horrible tangle of limbs who should not be allowed near a knife.
Solid bishop pair here. We have Chris Marchand, who was actually Rachel's king 2 years ago. And on the other side of the board, speaking of limbs, Ryan Voss has 8 of them.
Really, he's got 2 people's worth of limbs.
Yeah.
Okay, here's Ryan the Arachnid Voss. At the queen position, we've got Emily Notek, a mid-season replacement after a queen injury. She's only had 4 fights so far, but she's won every one of them and is, for some reason, absolutely terrifying.
Do we know anything about her?
I don't.
I haven't seen anything.
No, I haven't seen any of her matches. She must be good.
She must be. And that's it for the Mighty Templars. Brian, what do you got?
I've got a formidable team for them to face, the Celts. So let's cut now to a match that almost went over the new time limit rule. Minute 4, second 40 of Darwin versus Phil Henry. In the kingside pawn grouping, we've got Darwin, one of the most terrifying players in the league, possibly in the world, and Colin Simmons, one of the least terrifying or intimidating players on any board.
Yeah, how did he get here again?
He's got a sponsor. His mom's on the team. His mom.
Oh, is that Winnie?
Yeah.
Ah, that explains it.
I do whatever she says.
And on the queen's side, we have a couple of big fighters over here. Ted Anderson, who actually just injured his shoulder in the last match. Hopefully he's not going to have to fight with any paired weapons during this. And speaking of injuries, we got Ted Femright, who last year busted his arm during the finals. But he's healed fast and he's ready to prove himself again.
The rook positions in the Celts team are Steffi O'Brien, who is a very good person to have in a mobile position, and Bill Marth, returning to the boards after being a medic last year due to an injury.
And here with Knights Winnie and Lewis, we really see how the Celts are filling themselves out with the seasoned fighters.
We have an interesting pairing at the bishops' positions. We have Mike Bloom, a longtime veteran and former queen, and Thomas Bauer, a rookie to the boards and a largely unknown quantity.
Jen Sisko as queen. Jen Sisko is a solid fighter. I don't think there's any of these weapons that she doesn't know how to use.
So that's what the Celts are bringing to this match.
You raised some good points. But now let's take a moment and go and meet their kings, Rachel Bigelow and Jason Kobett.
Oh, hi! If you're just joining us, we're here with the kings of the championship teams for a little bit of pre-bout Q&A.
I'm Rachel Bigelow, king of the Templars.
Jason Kobett, king on the Celts team.
Hi, you two. Thank you so much for joining us here in the studio. So to kick things off, you're heading to the finals. You guys have got to be feeling a lot of feelings right now. How would you tell us about your feelings, huh? You have those.
Absolutely, we do.
Only when I need them.
Well, my feeling with things on the Celts team is we've taken it this far. We've put out a good showing this year, and you know what? We made it to the championship. If we make it all the way, we make it all the way. If not, we had a good year.
That's cute. How about you, Rachel?
We've worked really hard to come this far, and it seems to have paid off. We're ready to go.
Heck yeah.
Fantastic, and congratulations to you both. It's the first time in a championship bout for your teams in some years. Now, obviously, you don't want to get too much into specific strategies, you don't want to show your cards to your opponent, but if I asked you what the philosophies of your teams were, what would you say?
Well, from the Celts team, a lot of our philosophy is that we kind of band together as a team. We've got a lot of energy and a lot of older players, kind of from previous teams before. So I kind of wanted to take a little bit of that and tie it all together and really put out a good team that focuses on building us.
A lot of emphasis on unifying as a team, working on chess strategy and not just the brute force, and coming together as a collective to triumph over our opponents.
Very nice, very nice. Alright, so we've been dancing around it in here, and I'm sure the audience is dying for this part. For our last closing question, why don't you two say something nice to the other one?
I think that Jason is a really strong competitor, and he's worked very hard to build up his team and should be very proud of them. And he is one of the most positive people I have had the pleasure of meeting on the chessboard.
Well, thank you, Rachel. As it stands, I just love to see the enthusiasm and the energy you bring to the other side of the board. It's always fun to watch you on the board. You've always got this smile on your face. It's not, of course, always the nicest smile. Sometimes it's got that mean little razor's edge to it, but, sometimes you need that in an opponent. I personally, I feel that it's kind of a good thing to see, and I'm looking forward to staring at it across the board here.
Well, that's great. Isn't that great?
That's fantastic.
That's great. All right, well, thank you, two, for joining us here in the studio. I think with that, we're going to wrap it up and shoot it back to us in the studio.
Take it away, us.
So we've got the Templars, a real technical team. A lot of strong players there, a lot of strong rookies. I'm really excited to see what they're going to bring to the finals.
But they're going up against the Celts, whose savagery and sheer fighting instinct are a match for any sort of technical prowess. I think this is going to be a match to behold.
That's right. So we'll see you at the finals. I've been Skot Rieffer.
And I've been Brian Watson-Jones.
This has been Boards and Swords.
And remember,
Control your center.